So you remember how I said that I had to tweak around with the audio tracks? Basically what was happening was I was getting zombie sounds out of my bullhorn, and I was getting siren sounds out of my home stereo speakers. Well, I played around with the audio clip, and I figured out how to segregate the two sounds and still have them on one MP3 file. So next I'm going to show you how to split those up. Alright, let's show you how to split up a couple tracks into one MP3 file. So what I'm going to do right off the bat, I need to pick out two audio tracks to put in here. So I'm going to go to Import Audio. This is the folder that I've been working on with the with my wall and my siren and everything. So I'm going to come down here, and here's an alarm sound effect. I get these sound effects and stuff off of YouTube. I use free YouTube downloader and kind of borrow them that way. So anyway, okay, so here's my siren. If I play this, alright, so there's the siren, and we want that to play out of the bullhorn speaker that I have on my wall. And now I'm gonna have, I also want my zombie sounds. Okay, so go down here, there's zombie sound effects, group roaming. Again, this one came off of YouTube. Put that in here. And there's my zombies. So let me shrink these down just a little bit so we can fit them all on one screen. There we go. Alright, so let me, I'm going to mute the siren, and I'm going to play, and it'll play just the zombies. Alright, so we got our zombies and we got our sirens. So as you can see, there's two of each. And what that is, it's because it's in stereo, you got a left channel and a right channel right now. Same thing on the zombies down here, left channel and right channel. Well, first what we want to do is make both these channels into one. So this is how easy it is. You go over here to this little drop down, excuse me, and we're going to split stereo to mono, okay? And what that did was, you see how this one down here is, this is all one track, okay? When I split it, now I have two tracks, you see? So what I'm going to do is just delete that one, okay? And then I'm going to come over here to the zombie one, oops, and do the same thing with the drop down. And we're going to, and right now, look at this. You see this mono left channel, right channel is all grayed out. So we go split stereo to mono, just like I did the other one, and we're going to delete one of them. So now we got two tracks. And what we want to do is, I want the siren to play out the left, let's say the left channel. That's going to be my bullhorn that's up on the wall. And the zombies are going to be hooked up to the home speakers, which are, you know, alongside the garage or whatever. That's going to be on the right channel. So up here on this first track, I do this pull down again. Now how you see how it's selected to mono, and these are selectable now. Alright, so now my siren is going to be on the left channel. And if you look real closely right here, it says left channel. And down here, the zombie sounds is on mono right now, and we go down here and make that right channel. So now when we save this file, and we play it, when you have it hooked up to your stereo, you just have to have your, like in my instance, my bullhorn is going to be hooked up to the left channel, or the left speaker of my stereo. The home speakers are going to be hooked up to the right channel, or the right speaker on my stereo. So that's pretty much it. If I played them right now, it's going to match. It's going to put them both together. Okay, excuse me. So that's pretty much it. And then all you'd have to do now is go to File, Export Audio, and let's call this Test 666, and save. And okay. And now you got a MP3 file. So you can also, another thing you can do is, you know, you can do it two ways. If you want like one track to be, or one channel to be louder than the other one, you can use the balance or the fader on your stereo to make, you know, to fade it to one side or the other. You can also play around with the tracks. Like for example, if I want my siren to be really super loud, I can go up to Effects, and I can go to Amplify, and you can mess with the decibels here, and blah blah blah. And if I hit OK, that thing will, you see how it bumped up? That just made it louder. So I hope that helps. If you got any questions, leave them down in the comments. It's really super simple. Audacity is free. You can go, just Google Audacity, and it's a free program. Nothing special about it. But yeah, that's a quick little tip on how to get 2 different sounds out of one MP3 file, and you can play it. You don't need 2 different separate stereos. You can do it off of one stereo and one MP3 file, and you're good to go. You can even burn it onto a CD and put it in a CD player or something. Just there's so many different ways you can do it. So hope that helps, and let's go make something else. Well, here's the framework for the little girl. Again, I'm using 1-inch PVC, and as you can see, I used a lot of the heat gun, bending up the joints and everything. Basically, all I did was I squatted down and kind of made a mental note of the angles and everything, and then just kind of bent up the pieces as they were sitting next to me. And then once I got them into place, I just spritzed them with water just to get them to cool down. One thing I like to point out is these 3-ways are, I think, like 97 cents. They make a 4-way, and those things are like $2.50. Plus it has the little nub up here on top, which interferes when you're trying to put a head on top of it. So I just like to get these tees and then drill a 1-inch hole, and that works just perfect. And then I use these 1-inch to 1/2-inch reducers because I like to use the 1/2-inch for the arms because they slip over the pool noodles really nicely. So doesn't look like a whole lot right now, but let me go over here and I'll put my fingers, the camera on the tripod, and I'll put that around so I can see. Here's my head, my favorite one that I've ever had. And as you can see, I had to modify it a little bit to fit around the joints and up here for the arm to raise up through. So got a head there, and then I got my hands I got from Bixby Studios, and get this on the right one here. So one there, one over here. I'll give you a pretty good idea of what we're looking at. I think I'm going to get like a teddy bear or a stuffed animal or something for her to hold on to. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now all I got to do is screw my joints together, because I don't want to cement them, because then I'd never be able to get it apart. And I think I have to address the foot. I have a mannequin foot, and I also have like a severed foot because I think the toes are probably going to poke out from underneath the nightgown. But anyway, that's where we're at on the little girl, and next I'm gonna fiddle with all that stuff, and I just said fiddle. I'm gonna mess with all that stuff and see what we get. So hold on. So the head I'm using is already foam filled. So what I'm doing is I took this is a 7/8" spade bit with a couple extra connectors on it, and I'm very carefully drilling up through the back of the head so I can insert my PVC pipe here. So as I slowly go in there, now she has a reason to scream, doesn't she? So I'm going up there, probably a good, 8 to 10 inches. Careful not to lose my drill bit. And then I should be able to take my PVC pipe, 1/2-inch PVC, and ram it on in there, like so. And then what I'm going to do now, since that's where I want it, I'm going to spray some great stuff in there and then put the pipe in, and that should adhere it into it. So quick little tip. Ah! So this is the hot mess of where we're at right now. Basically, that throw pillow I actually found alongside the highway over the weekend. I stopped and walked back and got the thing off the road. So hopefully it's not filled with like lice or some sort of disgusting insect. But anyway, so yeah, that's a throw pillow and a bunch of pool noodles that are just split down the center and zip tied onto the PVC. And that's it. Duct tape the pillow a little bit to get closer to the body that I wanted, and Yep, that's pretty much it. Now I can put it back together. I got to do something with the foot here. But other than that, I think we're pretty much ready to go. Alright, so Zombie Girl's coming along here. We got her put together, and I got the nightgown on her, and just getting situated, make sure everything fits the way I want it. And I think it's turned out pretty well. This is yeah, looks pretty good. And then now I can take it back off and start distressing it. Like I said earlier, I had to do something with the foot. And I remember that, that Swain Zombie Girl that I made last year. I did a bucky leg on one side, so I remembered I had an extra mannequin leg, so I dug that out and chopped off the foot. That's how ghetto that is. And then I'll just screw that on. So the fun part will be trying to get that foot painted to, you know, somewhat resemble the paint that's on the head and the hands, and that is something that I am not very good at. So this will be interesting, because right now that doesn't really look right. But anyway, Zombie Girl. Next up, we'll distress her clothes, put her back together, and move on to the next one. So this is where I work, and we get a lot of pallets in, and the pallets we get in, we get both sizes. We get the 4x4s, and then we get 4x8s, and I'm going to use some of these 4x8s for my side walls. So I gotta go through these and pick out which ones I want. Got some nice ones here. I like the ones I got the boards really close together, and then of course I got some run the opposite direction. But so I'm going to use a combination of the two of the big ones, and then get some of the smaller ones and stagger them. Let me show you something else real quick. So I'm building all this stuff, and obviously I'm not going to be able to fit it all at my house. So I talked to the people here, and this whole space up here on this little ledge, I'm going to get all of this to store my own stuff. So I'm going to build a little, like, 2x4 wall and some, put some chicken wire or something on it. But yeah, this is going to be all my storage for my Halloween stuff, and I don't have to pay for it, so that's going to be pretty cool. Well, it's 5:45 on Friday afternoon. It's raining. I'm still at work, but it's worth it. Why? Because we are loaded up with all of our materials for the weekend. We got pallets, big 7-8 foot long pallets. I got my chain link dog run fence that's going to be the front of the zombie containment, and I'm super stoked because we're ready to get the next portion of this going. So my chain link fence here, just as I was envisioning it, has the door in it, and got all my pallets and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna drink some beer, and I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna lay this all out, and we'll see you in the next episode.